Have you ever wondered, sweetie, if there was something holding our entire world together? Something grand and ancient, with roots digging deep into the past and branches reaching for the stars? Well, the Vikings certainly did. They imagined a tree, but not just any old tree you'd find in a park. Oh no, this was Yggdrasil. It was their everything, the absolute center of their universe. It was the cosmic pillar, the axis of all existence, connecting gods, giants, and little old us. Without it, darling, everything would simply fall apart into a dreadful, chaotic mess. Can you even imagine? It's a thought too ghastly to entertain for long. This magnificent tree wasn't just a piece of scenery. It was the very structure of reality itself. Think of it as the ultimate cosmic skeleton, holding all the fleshy bits of the 9 worlds in place. The Norse people didn't see the universe as an empty void with planets floating about. Theirs was a living, breathing place, and Yggdrasil was its heart and soul, its lungs, its very spine. Every event. Now, darlings, let's paint a picture of this cosmic wonder. Try to imagine the most enormous ash tree you can possibly conjure up. Is it big? Now make it bigger, infinitely bigger. Yggdrasil was said to be so vast that its branches shaded all the 9 worlds, stretching high above the home of the gods themselves. Its leaves were always green, shimmering with a light of their own, a constant source of life in a universe that could be terribly dark and grim. It wasn't just a tree, it was a landmark for the entire cosmos, a beacon of eternal green in the vastness of space and time. A truly spectacular centerpiece for any universe, you must agree. The tree had 3 enormous roots, each one anchoring it in a different, fascinating place. One root burrowed deep into Asgard, the home of the gods, where it drank from a sacred well of fate, guarded by the Norns, 3 rather serious ladies who weave the destiny of everyone. Another root plunged down into Jotunheim, the land of the giants, and drew water from the well of Mimir, the source of all wisdom. The final root, the most morbid of the lot, reached all the way down into the foggy depths of Niflheim, the primordial world of ice and mist. Clinging to the branches and nestled among the roots of this fabulous tree were the 9 worlds. Think of it as a divine apartment building, darling, with some floors being far more desirable than others. At the very top, basking in the light, was Asgard. This was the VIP lounge, the home of the Aesir gods like Odin and Thor. A glorious golden realm of magnificent halls and bifrost, a rather flashy rainbow bridge that acted as the front door. It was the place to be, the celestial penthouse suite where all the important decisions were made, a place of power, feasting, and the occasional family squabble. Then you have the other worlds, each with its own unique, shall we say, character. There was Alfheim, home to the luminous and beautiful light elves, terribly chic, I imagine. And just next door, so to speak, was Vanaheim, the realm of the Vanir gods, who were all about nature, fertility, and magic. A bit more rustic, perhaps, but no less important. In the middle of it all, balanced carefully, was our world, Midgard, the realm of mortals. That's us, darlings, protected from the giants by a rather clever fence made from the eyebrows of a primeval being. How resourceful! Venturing a bit lower, things get a tad more rustic and a great deal more dangerous. Yggdrasil wasn't just a silent tree, darling. It was teeming with life. A whole ecosystem of creatures lived in and around it, creating a constant buzz of activity. At the very, very top, perched on the highest branch, lived a magnificent, unnamed eagle. This eagle was no ordinary bird. It was wise and could see everything that happened across all the 9 worlds. And sitting right between its eyes was a hawk named Vedrfolnir. It's all about accessorizing, you see. The eagle was the cosmic watchman, the eternal observer, silently judging the goings-on of the universe from its lofty perch. A bit like a nosy neighbor, but with a much better view. Now, for any good story, you need a villain, and at the bottom of the tree, you had a truly nasty one. Down in the darkness, among the deepest roots, lived Nidhogg. He was a dreadful dragon, or a serpent, depending on who you ask. His one and only job was to constantly gnaw on the root of Yggdrasil that reached into Niflheim. He was the embodiment of destruction, endlessly trying to chew through the foundation of the cosmos. He wasn't alone. Other serpents joined him, all chewing away. And how did the eagle at the top and the dragon at the bottom communicate their mutual dislike? Through a squirrel, of course. A squirrel named Ratatoska. This cheeky little thing spent its entire existence running up and down the trunk of Yggdrasil. The tree wasn't just a place, sweetie. It was a source of profound power and wisdom. The gods themselves knew this. They held their daily council meetings under its mighty boughs, but no one understood its importance quite like Odin, the All-Father. He was obsessed with knowledge, you see, utterly consumed by the need to know everything, to understand the runes, to understand magic, to understand the secrets of fate. And he knew that the greatest secrets were hidden within Yggdrasil, so he decided to do something terribly drastic, something only a god with a flair for the dramatic could pull off. He decided to sacrifice himself to himself. He pierced his own side with his spear Gungnir and hung himself from a branch of the great world tree. For 9 whole days and 9 whole nights he hung there without food or water, suspended between life and death. He swayed in the wind, his body a sacrifice to his own relentless quest for enlightenment. It must have been an agonizing ordeal, a true test of will and endurance. He was essentially using the tree as his spiritual gallows, a place of torment that would ultimately lead to revelation. It's a powerful image, isn't it? So why are we still so utterly captivated by this ancient tree, darling? The Vikings are long gone. Their gods no longer receive grand sacrifices. Yet Yggdrasil remains. It whispers to us through the centuries. Its branches reach into our modern stories, our games, our films. The idea is wonderfully simple and yet so profound. The image of a single colossal tree connecting every possible world speaks to a deep part of us. We want to believe everything is connected. We want to be part of one enormous living system. It's comforting. Yggdrasil gives us a map to a universe that feels alive. Not cold, empty science, but a place of mischief, drama, magic. A world where a squirrel can be a gossip columnist, a tree can be a gateway to wisdom. It appeals to the part of us that still wants to believe in magic. We look at a forest and feel ancient wonder, all of creation,